Hello.
What's going on?
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Nice and toasty.
Doing all right.
It's a full room in here today.
Nice and green.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. We should have worn green stuff. I don't think I own any green clothes, though, to be completely honest. Most of my wardrobe is just black.
It's cool. Y'all came through in other green ways.
Yeah. I'm one of those, like, metal kids that just wears skinny black jeans and band t-shirts.
I'm a mechanic that can't wear anything else but black, so.
To hide the grease.
Yeah. No, this is, me. I would eat lunch with these hands.
Hard working man, right?
Oh, whatever. These are clean to me. I've washed these 3 times before I came here.
So we are gathered here today by Green Gang. Tell us, how'd you start? What do you do?
So Green Gang is an environmental group. We go around different parts of South Chicago, so far up to the Chicago River, south suburbs, helping declutter, help recycle, beautify areas, and places that need it. Sometimes we do gardening projects, help start food gardens, and just be a positive influence out here.
That's why when I started reading about you guys, that's one of the main things I wanted to kind of talk about is where did you, because it takes a big person to like have that idea, but also make it a reality and do it.
Tackle the problem.
Because you can stand here all day and be like, oh, I'm going to do all these great things. But, like, what was it that made you, like, you know what? We're going to do this. Like, I'm tired of seeing this shit. Like, what was it?
Well, I've always had an interest in nature and, just a clean environment, So I received a blessing in my life and I just wanted to give back, and that's what we're doing. I, met some people and brought some old friends with me to help me start it up, and they're doing dope things with me and just caring and just wanted to put it in fruition. I mean, COVID happened, people wanted to get out, so it's a good way to get outside, socialize, be outside, be one with nature, and you get unexpected perks and results that you wouldn't even think about receiving until you're out there in nature and becoming one with it and just being out there doing earthly things. So,
yeah.
Super dope.
So, and what's your guy? Your name is Eric, by the way.
Eric Battles. Green Gang.
And I told you I was going to forget both of your names. I'm so sorry. But please introduce yourself.
I'm Kelly.
Alexis.
And how long have you guys been with Green Gang?
Since the very first
Since
project.
the very first project.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is Eric a good boss? Don't lie.
Don't lie.
I wouldn't.
No, it's a great people to be around all the time.
Yeah.
Brings a lot of good people together that wouldn't have been brought together in any other circumstance. So
And I think that's awesome too.
It's cool.
Bringing people together, I think, is the most important part. And like, you asked us before we even started, why did we start this? And we were kind of explaining to them, like, we just really wanted to talk to interesting people. Like, my thing, I like helping people through conversation is kind of my gift, I guess you could say. And, like, hearing what you do is like a blessing to me. So, like, thank you for coming on here. And that's it. That's the show. Goodbye. But I think it is great. And me and him talk all the time about it starts with self-accountability. And that's what it takes to clean up yourself first before you can go outside and help other people clean up. So, as I stated before, too, we would love to get involved and help any way we can. So.
Okay, cool. I mean, you all helping now, get the word out, and come out, put your efforts to work. I mean, let's go out there, boost the pavement, clean this place up.
Absolutely.
Get some gardens. But this is just the beginning. There's other things I want to promote when the time is right. Network. I just met another environmental group up in Wilmette. We're doing things in Bronzeville with the community garden in Bronzeville. Shout out to them. The community garden out there, and we just go expand and help clean. We're doing it. And just like you all, we just started too. We under a year old. We turned a year old May 28th. Actually,
So we're both
Okay.
real close.
you know.
Okay.
So
Wow.
from
That's
the ground
crazy.
up. I
How-
keep looking around this room.
Yeah, we started out in that room on 2 couches with 2 mics, no headphones, like, and
Yeah, we wanted to.
1 year here we are.
That's dope.
We are all about memories and stuff, and every single one of the shirts, every single piece of art in here means something, and is some memory that we have with each other, or like a group of friends, or it means something. So that's like, I don't know, we just wanted to be surrounded by that. So every time we came in here to talk to people too, it's kind of inspiring. It's art.
You
know?
can feel that.
Yeah, you're surrounded by
Yeah,
art. It's
you
not
feel it.
like that business type. You're not sitting in like a newsroom like getting grilled. Like, no, let's have a drink.
I'm drawing that Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, that's
Michelangelo.
that's my tattoo artist. I actually did all 4 of those.
You a Michelangelo man?
He did all 4 prints, but that's the only one I snagged
I'm
from
Team
him.
Donatello.
Yeah.
The scientist, the genius.
Yep.
I always liked Splinter. Splinter was always my favorite though. Oh, rat. He was always full of wisdom. That's the type of people I gravitate towards. We got a lot to learn from people like that.
Donatello.
He's not old and wise. He still ate the pizza and stuff.
How many times have you seen Ninja Turtles?
Which one? I've always been a Green fan. See, there it is. The dozens.
More than that.
Is that your favorite?
My favorite Ninja Turtle movie?
Like Teenage Mutant? Is that your cartoon, your go-to show?
I don't know. I like anything with superpowers.
Yeah.
Avatar, Ninja Turtles, all of that.
So are you into anime?
Captain Planet,
Anime?
Green Gang.
Is that where you got the name from?
No, I was gonna call it Chicago Sweep. At first. I think
That's not a bad name though
It's
either.
not, but
I like Green Gang
I didn't
a lot.
want to just keep it
Yeah, local.
local in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? And they helped me. My brother Landon Battles. He's part of Green Gang. They talked me out of it. We thought about some other names, and Green Gang can expand. Chicago Sweep. What if we take it to Pakistan or Puerto Rico or Europe?
That might be a little weird.
Right.
I mean, even more local, Indianapolis. Then it's not necessarily Chicago.
Exactly.
Yeah, you go into towns where people don't like Chicago, and dude, we're just trying to help clean your streets up, man.
Right.
We don't need your help.
But it's it's more than just picking up trash. I mean, that's the most part because it's everywhere. We got to do something about that. But it's more environmental. Just gardening so far. We've been a part of rooftop gardens and like I said, the Bronzeville project. But we want to expand and maybe get into products and community service where people do community hours with us.
I saw that you guys. I just saw you posted that you are like an official LLC, so you can do community hours, community service through you guys.
Definitely. So we got the paperwork written, and some of my active duty buddies, they own boats, and we go out there, pick up balloons, go up to the Chicago River. That's dope too. Beach cleanups. We did Rainbow Beach one time. What was you all's favorite cleanup?
Oh man, probably the one that we did that was in Bronzeville.
The garden?
The one that was the gardens and then led out into the streets. Just because for me, Green Gang calls your attention to so many things. Like it calls you literally on the things that so many of us do naturally every day. Whether it's throwing out a straw wrapper, something as small and tiny as that, but when you're out there picking things up literally off the street that I didn't put there and I'm in no way responsible for, it's like, man, okay, I think twice before I get ready to do something else.
Yeah.
And it inspired me to start a garden at my house that I failed at, but I tried it. So, and I wouldn't have done that if I hadn't been out there. So, yeah.
He's the same way. He started a garden before and failed.
Yeah, no, I got very lucky my first time and had the best garden ever, and then the second and third year. So it was a very good letdown.
I was trying to
But
get in my
I still did
apartment,
it.
and I think my problem was the humidity.
Okay.
Because I was just depending on the sunlight. So
Yeah, plants are a weird one.
Yeah.
I've never got into that.
And each
into
one's
gardening.
different.
It is.
You know?
So you can't treat them all the same.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
What were you trying to grow?
Oh, I did all types of stuff. I did tomatoes and I almost literally everything. Stuff I didn't like. I tried broccoli, which I still cannot get. I'll get it one day. I did cucumbers and zucchini, tomatoes, a whole bunch of tomatoes. I couldn't give stuff away, literally.
Okay.
Couldn't give it away, and yeah. Every year after that, I failed, so I haven't had anything since.
It's hard. It's time consuming.
It is.
It is.
And you can't forget, that's they're like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. It's next thing you know, it's dead.
You raising
Oh.
life,
Yeah.
It's raising life, that.
It really is.
That's what it is. It's your babies.
Yeah.
You watch it grow.
Yep. For me, going to pick up the first place we went to, I think, what was the first location?
We did. We were in was it Markham?
Markham?
Outside of what
Yeah.
used to be the strip club out
Yeah.
there, by the train tracks.
Yeah.
I know
liked the-
exactly where you guys
Yeah.
are talking. I work over there.
Yeah.
And then, like at that point, we did 3 locations that day. Then we went
Yeah.
to Cedar Park Cemetery around that area, and then if I'm not mistaken, we went to 95th and Ashland.
Near
No,
Stone.
not Ashland. Damn, what is that? Over there by the Jewels in the church.
Yeah.
Over there by Beverly Hills, Chicago, in the Beverly neighborhood.
Okay. So do you guys like just go out? Do you have to do anything with the town and say, hey, like we're coming, or
No, we just go out there. I mean, nobody's gonna stop a bunch of people in green T-shirts.
cleaning up garbage?
up,
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you
look like
are,
you're supposed to be there.
You know.
You're kind of an asshole if you do that.
Yeah, what would you say? Throw that trash back out there?
Put that trash back down, But yeah, it's cool.
That's awesome. Nick has always been a very, very big advocate for littering. He almost beat some man to death from throwing out some trash at the Indiana Dunes. I'll let you tell the story.
Deserve a Green Gang T-shirt.
No, so we were in line to get into the beach right before the guard shack, and there was a sign right there that says like it's a state
$100
whatever,
fine
and penalty misdemeanor if you litter. And he damn near hit the sign with what he threw out. And so we started heckling the guy, and just making up, like, obviously, I mean, they are kind of realistic, but, like, oh, some seagull could die and it just had babies and, just, like, making this horrible scenario up. So this guy gets out of his truck like we're in the
I
wrong,
understand.
and like he's getting on us like you need to stay out of my business and blah blah. Like started coming at me like I was wrong. So I ripped the door lock clean off the truck and got out so quick. And needless to say, the ranger came out and defused it all. And then I had to go out and pick his litter up, which was the kicker to it all. So he didn't learn anything, but.
Yeah, just
At least you said
boiled my
something.
blood instantly. I've never
Yeah.
gotten that mad so quick.
At least you said
Plain
something.
ignorance.
And I work out, north a lot. Like I said earlier, up to Harvey, and I work in Riverdale a lot, and it's sad to see the environments that people like allow themselves to live in, but in the same time, it's not just the people, it's the township, and it's the government, and it all trickles down, and it's just sad to see that people have kind of given up on their community. But like I do think it's awesome that you guys are kind of inspiring that. Like it doesn't matter, just go out there and do it.
Yeah, I mean, just take a catalyst, some momentum, and hope for the best. And if not, you're just doing a service. You don't need a bunch of people to do it. You just need somebody to do it. So that's what and that's our aim, to spread the knowledge, spread the word, spread the effort, spread the energy, and do more Green Gang works,
So how many?
Bless this place.
So you
Stop planning.
are from the beginning. How many did you start with?
What do you mean?
How many people did you start with?
No, it's just every time we come out, it's like just different volunteers. So
Yeah.
it's been at least 5. Sometimes it's been about, I think when we met one of the aldermen in Chicago, I forgot what, but it was like about 25 people.
Wow.
So, and it's only gonna grow. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
you know, COVID kind of slowed things down, and you know, I'm still learning about this. It's a process, so we just gonna keep the energy. It's like it doesn't take much to clean a planet. You know, you can do that forever.
Yeah.
You can do that forever. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's just about kind of branding and bringing people in and convincing people to give a damn, and just teaching people to give a damn and give their time when they can.
Yeah, I think that's the hardest part, is kind of convincing people that, like, it is worth your time to
And
clean
if
shit
not,
up.
you know, the few people, you know, we gonna reap the benefits, and we still go clean. So it's all good.
I always said, like, a bunch of people in green shirts picking up trash on the side of the road. How many cars drive by and see what we're doing? Even if it affects one person, like, oh man, there's a lot of trash out here. It's still one person that's seeing that.
Absolutely.
That it's like it's a domino effect of what it represents. So
Change.
And we're not just a
Yeah.
regular environmental group just picking up
Right.
trash. Like,
yeah.
we kick it.
Yeah.
We kick it before, during, and after. You know, we go get lunch, get drinks, you know, but we have a good time out there playing. We bring music. We have the speakers out there, and we have a good time, man. Like, we're part nerd, part humanitarians, part, you know, environmentalists, and we just do good things.
I think that's the best part about it, is because, like I was saying earlier, it's all about making memories, you know, and you give someone an experience like that, you know, like, oh, okay, we're not just going to pick up trash on the side of the road, and like, we're going to go hang out, get some good food, and like dance to some music, and while we're doing that, we're going to pick up a little trash, you know, like.
Yeah, mostly trash picking, but we've met good people. I keep referencing. Did I say that right? Referencing. Brownsville Community Garden, the Bill Brownsville project. Like,
Oh, that's so
I was
cool.
amazed how
Yep.
they had the garden on top of the rooftop. You know, strawberries, lemon trees.
Really
They had
innovative.
stuff
Ate
up
a
there.
strawberry,
shit.
like picked a strawberry from a plant
You
and
know,
ate it.
It was cool.
I would love to see.
There's
I've
this
never
weed
seen that
they
before.
have, like a wild plant, not weed, a wild plant that grows, and it grows by my workplace. So I freak my coworkers out, you know, picking it up, eating it off the ground. That's an edible weed, and they're just looking at me like, "What are you doing?" But I saw it. I learned something that day at the community garden. So
There you go.
Adding another level to green.
I'm never gonna starve, but you know, part of education from Green Gang.
Yeah.
It's more where that came from.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I think that's what our goal was too. Was like he was saying, you know, we don't like people, but we started a podcast, you know, and we're just kind of trying to find the ones with a voice and they have something to say and that they're interesting and that they're doing something great. You know, every single person we've talked to so far has in some way, shape, or form changed our lives, and this is the greatest thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah,
So.
we take little bits out of each one, and you just kind
Right.
of stick to it,
And
you
be
know. And
yourself.
it does. It changes your life just that little bit every time.
Yeah, it's a domino effect, like you
It
said.
is.
Yeah.
One
Starts
person
with
is all
you.
it takes.
Yeah, that's so cool.
So what's the next big project for you guys? Do you have something lined up?
The next big project? No, we don't have a big project, but we're more in the planning stage, trying to get ready for this next Green Gang season.
Yeah.
You know, when the weather finally breaks in this summer, we're getting more organized and doing things like this, spreading the word, trying to network.
Mm-hmm.
I've just met this woman, I think I said earlier, from Go Green Will Met.
Mm-hmm.
Another environmental group up there. Shout out to them, Beth. I'm gonna show you this, and you go freak out. You know, it's just gonna grow. You know, and we're gonna grow. You know, we're gonna be a large movement, a small movement. It's momentum nonetheless. So
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna do good things and keep Green Gang alive and.
That's
Ain't
it.
no plan. It's so simple to me.
There you go.
It's nothing. I'm not doing this for clout money or whatever, but you know, donate. You know, you can always donate to greengangworld.org. You know.
I think that's the thing too, though, is like you gotta make cleaning up seem cool,
Yeah.
because a
we
lot of
can
these
do
young
it.
punk ass kids.
We can do it, but in due time.
I honestly look forward to it. It's like the most fun day. It's something to look forward to.
Especially because you guys, you came here with 3 people. You were like, oh, can I bring people out? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I could have brought more. I could have brought the gang out.
And I think I wish we had enough room to do something like that because that would have been awesome. But yeah, I think that speaks volumes as itself. You guys are family. You just came out together, drove somewhere you've never went before, and just to come and speak about your cause. And I think that's awesome. It speaks volumes.
Yeah.
So, other than Green Gang, what do you do? How do you occupy your time when you're not cleaning up the streets, saving the planet?
I'm a gym rat, but I'm active duty. Shout out to.
I am also a gym rat. I don't know if you could tell.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Be on a cardio machine.
Cardio is my thing.
That's important.
Cardio.
It's fitness.
The endurance, right?
No, we went paintballing Saturday, and I couldn't walk after. All day Sunday, I
Paintballing is
couldn't
an
do it.
exercise.
It was pretty extreme, but yeah, we're trying. That's another thing we're trying to get on too. Is it's self accountability. It all starts. You got to be healthy. You got to be happy, healthy, and you got to have the will to do both.
Yeah, and when you out there cleaning the environment, you get all that, and don't even know you're gonna get it. It's a healthy, healing thing. Being out there in life, and after the fact, you look back and you see your work, and it's like, oh, it looks. You provide a sense of well-being.
The before and after is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, it's mind-blowing how much trash, like just the bags, that's what I was mentioning the first one we did, how many bags we had from that one spot. Mm-hmm. There was like a whole box of trash bags in just one area, full.
And, folks that litter, like,
yeah.
That's
stop
great.
that shit, man. That shit nasty as hell. It's funky, filthy.
Right.
Nah, bro.
Yeah. I see it all the time.
Throw it in the garbage.
I work in South Holland, and I work right next to a gas station, and everyone that gets out, they just let it fall on the floor or throw it out. And I'll never forget, my dad had this customer, and he was taking him home, and he got out and threw some trash on the ground, and my dad said something to him. He was like, why don't you throw it in the garbage can? He looked at him, and he goes, my dad's name is Mark. He goes, Mark, South Holland is my garbage can. And it's like... You want to beat the guy up, because what kind of mentality is that? But I don't know, you beat him up, yell at him, and then he throws some more stuff on the ground. I don't know, it does nothing,
So it got to be an opposite force. It got to be somebody out there, people out there to contradict that, to go against it. So that's where Green Gang and others like Green Gang come into play.
Lead by example.
Because it'll just get nastier. So got to be a force out here.
Yeah.
Do good shit.
I'm a firm believer in the whole positivity thing. I shoot rainbows out of my ass. I'm so optimistic, and it pisses them off so bad. They will have the world's shittiest day, and it's just but it could be worse, But and when when you approach a rock, you walk around it. You don't have to fucking hit it head on. That rock's not going anywhere. All right, you can walk around it though.
Yeah.
I mean, can you persuade that rock? Sometimes, but just walk around it. Just walk around it.
We're not out to save the world. We're just gonna
clean it.
Help the little areas that we can. Around us, shit gonna be clean. And get our area. And if a select few benefit, that's all good. Can't reach everybody.
No.
I think
you just do what you can.
I think
realistic here.
I think the communities as a whole would benefit from just looking cleaner, because people would respect the area more.
Exactly. Bring a sense of well-being and responsibility.
Yeah, it brings pride into your town. That it's not just South Holland is my trash can. No, that guy is gonna see that there's not trash on the ground, and he's gonna yell at motherfuckers that drive through his town hey, pick that shit up, throw it in the garbage can. I think there's ways of doing that correctly. I've seen in Harvey before they tried, they put garbage cans on street corners and stuff, and it seemed to help a bit, but I do. I think, it just needs a team of people to just go in.
Yeah, you
and
got to
help.
see it. It can be a teachable moment because when we out there, people stop by,
Always.
say things like, "Who are you all? Oh man, that's good. Like, thank you. We all the time." So I'm gonna get a big Green Gang flag so when we come out there.
There you go.
Our flag flapping in the wind. Big ass green flag.
There you go.
But,
He's not
real
kidding.
talk.
I know.
That's such a good idea,
Yeah, no,
though.
it is.
No,
It
it's
is.
like,
You know,
Get one of like a retractable pole too, so it's
Definitely.
20 feet in the air.
Yeah, sure.
Massive.
with the speakers. But yeah,
Gonna have a whole
people
stadium
appreciate
set
it,
up.
and it just people just need to see it. Like, even if you are lit a bug, you might just respect the person that's picking it up. Like, oh,
Yep.
okay, and it could be a teachable moment. You never know what seed you're gonna plant.
Yeah.
So
Oh, and you
It is
see,
what it is.
you see people, like you kind of look up to go and do that stuff too. It's like, all right, like, I guess I could go do that as well. Like, I think you're leading by example, like you said. Like, I think that's such a great idea.
yeah,
You're,
and us environmental groups, we're gonna unite, network, and I'm just playing. But no, like I said, just your area, do what you got to do, man. Just community service, whatever.
I don't.
We getting it in.
I don't know, because we kind of talked about this before. We wanted to help, clean something up, do something, just help,
I'll
put our
invite you
money,
guys.
put our money where our mouth is. You know what I mean? Instead of talking about it, let's, we're bitching on Instagram and Facebook about it. Like, we're doing what we can because we use our voices, to talk. But like, you know what? Again, let's lead by example. Let's go do it.
Hey, it's on camera. Y'all heard him.
Yeah, let's go do it.
Y'all heard him.
Let's go do it.
Goat and the bear.
that's all it takes.
do it.
Show up. Show
We got
up.
another fella over here, working the ones and twos. Him too.
He'll find an excuse.
He Green Game by association.
But no, we absolutely would love to come out and help, and I'm sure we might be able to get some people out too.
These ramps, the ramps everywhere. It's always something.
Oh, they're the where I get off for work. It's just
Start a garden.
it's disgusting. It's so depressing every time. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. Just look over and just trash everywhere. Like, this is gonna be a shitty day. Like you said, it just brings it makes you feel better when you're in a clean environment and everything is nice looking.
It's paradise,
Yeah,
Paradise
it's-
was a garden. You know what I'm saying? Green Game.
And it's so satisfying to see it afterwards.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
like,
Yeah.
And you just have to teach people. You don't have to go to some place nice. Make your place nice.
Yeah.
And you'll want
Yeah.
to be there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Flowers will grow, birds will come, honey, fruits.
Pretty
and
girl-
rainbows.
Show
Pretty girls that want to come take pictures.
all that
Yes.
all the time.
We gotta put those. We gotta put those angel wings on buildings. Girls love those.
Yeah. Paint 'em green.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, he comes in and says hi from time to time.
Oh, he's so cute.
All right, so look, I want to bring this up. I was watching another episode of you all. You all was talking about hot dogs. If hot dogs was a sandwich.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I also, yeah.
is a hot dog a sandwich?
A hot dog is definitely a sandwich.
It's a taco.
No, see, my thing against the taco theory, a taco is thin and it's like no. A taco is under the umbrella of sandwiches. That's what it is.
I think so too.
Really?
I think so too. There's a whole
Yeah, it's a form of sandwich.
there's a whole guideline that some dude came up with, and steak is salad and sushi is
I
toast.
just feel
and-
like none of it matters.
that's what I said.
It does matter.
I know.
Just
It's really hard
because.
for, does it?
You know, and,
You want a hot dog? Nah, I'm not feeling a sandwich today.
I quit sandwiches for the week.
Sandwich. Yeah.
Like a wrap. It's called a sandwich wrap.
What are you doing?
You know,
Like, is it called a sandwich wrap or is it called a wrap?
wrap is short for
Depends
sandwich
on-
wrap.
is it
Soda pop.
soda pop?
Pop is short for soda pop.
Do you call it pop or do you call it
Oh,
soda?
definitely pop.
I say soda.
Midwest.
I was
Damn.
just gonna say.
See, she travels the world and all that.
Oh, you're.
That's
been
a
tainted.
New York thing.
Tainted.
What do you call shoes?
Not tainted.
Sneakers, tennis
No,
shoes.
gym shoes.
Gym shoes.
Chicago, like man, what? I say gym shoes or
I'd say sneakers,
kicks.
kicks. Yeah,
You
that's another
know.
one.
I said tennis shoes.
Tennis
I
shoes.
just
Not
say
anymore. It's
shoes.
really, really lame. Apparently,
Yeah, it
so
is
I've been
really
trying
lame.
to. I've been trying to switch it up. I'm like,
Don't bring that
listening-
shit on this podcast.
Yeah, I know.
You play tennis.
I've been corrected a few times. Like, sneakers is better than tennis shoes.
Yes.
So
What do you
Yeah.
call them? What they are? Like ones or J's or
Yeah.
Tims or.
I've been trying to get him.
Shoes.
I've been trying to
Oh,
get him to
shoes.
buy a pair of Jordans forever. Refuses.
Oh man, you gotta get one. You never had a pair of
That's
Jordans?
what I have the 7, 8,
Oh,
9, 10
yeah.
pairs.
Yeah.
I have so many right now. I'd kind of rotate them every now and then. He has work shoes. That's it.
Yeah, no mics. You don't have a pair of mics.
I got a pair of shoes and a pair of sandals.
Okay. All right.
That's it.
He's a man.
I'm very basic.
He's
Yeah.
a
Nothing
man.
wrong with being a minimalist.
right, simple.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
Look at
Hey,
you.
I'll make
See?
do.
So what's your say you won $50,000 just to blow. You had to.
It's
blow
funny
it.
you asked
You
this.
had to blow it.
It's funny you
You can't
asked
say
this.
I'm going to do something responsible. It's you have to blow it on something, or you got to
Because
give it away.
This
what would
exact
it be?
thing happened to him when we were like 18.
My
What?
my 18th birthday. I did not buy shoes. Yeah, no, didn't buy shoes.
I almost bought a Viper.
Almost bought a Viper.
A real Viper or a
That
car
was
Viper?
$42,000. It was yellow.
Okay.
So what did you
My
get
dad's
instead?
dream. He always wanted to drive a Viper, always wanted to own one. And I figured, you know what? If I could buy it, keep it for a couple months, and then just sell it. And no, I didn't do it. Very glad I didn't do it.
So what did you buy, bud?
Right.
For you on the spot.
A lot of weed. Bought a car. Bought myself a 4-wheeler. My buddy I got in a car accident, so I got a settlement. So the guy that got in the car, that was the driver of the car, I bought him a dirt bike. And I don't even remember what else.
Bought
Sound
it.
system.
It was the weed.
It was definitely the weed.
Got a lot of weed.
A lot of weed.
A lot of pieces, paraphernalia. I like glass.
Okay.
But
Okay.
bought a truck. Just did shit I couldn't normally do.
There's nothing wrong with that. You know, you only live once.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
You
so
know.
true.
I mean, I don't know. What would you do at 18 with
If I had 50 to blow,
$50,000? Yeah.
I buy a lot of garden tools and bags. And,
We said at 18.
Made him feel like shit.
We said at 18.
At 18? What was I doing at 18?
Bought a four. Oh, I
High
said that
school.
4-wheeler.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know. I probably would have just partied with it.
That's,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
For sure.
Definitely partied with it. Been the flies motherfucker in the South Side. You know.
Absolutely. That's what I would have. 18. That's what I would have done too. 28. Now I would have paid all my debt off.
Yeah. Or like built a house. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You live and you learn. My mom, she tried to get me to buy a rental property. There was a house I could have bought it straight cash, and I could have been collecting the income still to this day, and I didn't do it.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Lesson learned.
What would
Hindsight
you-
is always 20/20.
Yeah.
What would you do with 50 grand at 18? I think it's a pretty good consensus. We all would have partied.
I definitely.
You can see the wheels
I
turn.
mean, it really is like
That,
there's not really much. I definitely would have partied. Yeah.
I would have traveled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
At
for sure.
18?
Hell yeah.
I
Oh,
would
no.
have. I would have done that too, but I would have
Go.
partied and
You
traveled
probably would've,
Yeah.
yeah.
at the same time.
Definitely would have had a car, dope car.
A combination.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do
I
now.
went
That-
with sound system.
that's kind of what we want to kind of branch out to. We've made a lot of friends in Arizona, North Carolina, California, and stuff like that. And there are a lot of glass blowers and artists and stuff. And that's kind of we got into politics for a bit, and it was just making us really mad. And
It stresses you out in your daily life. Yeah. Just
so we were like, you know what? We're just gonna stick to people that do good things, that have interesting lives, and that's what we're gonna stick to.
You are getting mad at the people on the show?
Just learning about politics and how they're just not.
Fact.
Yeah, it's just they don't.
Like it even like just in small towns even it doesn't even have to
They're
be
just fucked.
nationally. It's just
Yeah.
it's
They're very, yeah.
So we just we kind of strayed away from that. That's not our platform. That's not what we want to do. You know, if there's someone out there that wants to fight that fight. I'll stand behind them and we'll have them on the podcast. But you know what? I'm good on this. I'm way happier talking to artists and people doing good things in the world. Not to say
Yeah,
politicians
appreciate
don't
it.
do good things in the world, but you know, I wouldn't trust a politician with my kid. So, you know,
Yeah.
I'd trust you with my kid.
Yeah.
I don't have a kid, but
Okay.
I'd trust you with him.
What about Nightwing?
I would trust you with my
Nightwing,
dog.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nightwing, cool. I like Nightwing.
But yeah, you know, and that's what we want to do. We want to travel a lot and see people, meet people, and do all that kind of stuff. But you said you traveled, like
did.
across the pond traveled, or
Yes,
like
absolutely.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Where'd you go?
The further the better. When?
Yeah.
all right, best one.
I call her Carmen San Diego.
Yes. Literally what he called me when I got to his house today.
Yeah.
I think the place I visited that was the most unexpected was Istanbul, and the cheapest. I went to the movies for 2 people. We got popcorn, soda, candy, and then went to dinner. I spent $26.
That's
And
like
we
a-
had like, it was like
Wow.
a like steak dinner for them. I had seafood, but like it was like a full like meal, and we spent $26. But halfway through the movie, they turned the screen off, turned all the lights on, and people just started getting up. And I was like, "What's everybody doing?" I was like, "Is it an intermission? Do they do that?" And it was a Marvel movies, and they just like cut it in the middle. People went to the bathroom,
I
and
would
then
love
10
that.
minutes
Is it
later, they came
intermission?
back and they started the movie
You
again.
can get your
And I've
slushy
never seen it.
refilled.
Yeah, and not
That is
missing
genius.
anything. So it was cool, but it was like the strangest thing that has ever happened, and one of the most memorable experiences I've ever had.
That's what I want to do is absorb the cultures and stuff because our media does a terrible job at showcasing what other people
Agreed.
around the world do and how they like interact and stuff like that. And that's definitely something I want to do. Istanbul, huh? We should go.
Where would you go? 50 G's. Where would you go?
I don't know. See, I'm kind of weird. I like the old ancient like civilization stuff. I want to see the pyramids. I want to see the Aztec temples and anything that like kind of revolves around like religious stuff and like alien kind of stuff that they consider. Yeah,
Yeah, we could talk for hours up in this room. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I love that kind of stuff. I don't know how much I believe in either side. I'm not gonna say I'm religious. I'm not gonna say I'm not religious. I'm not gonna say I believe in aliens. I'm not gonna say I don't believe in aliens.
I believe in aliens.
I mean, I think you'd be ignorant to not think they're out there because
Yeah.
the universe is
So
ever
much.
expanding. But like, I've never seen one. Just like I've never seen an angel or God. So like,
Have you not though? Like, how would you
Yeah.
know?
Or you could be looking at them right now.
You're
The
right.
fact
That's
that
I'm
a
like,
woman
You're right.
ooh,
birth
like
something
Yeah.
inside
No, that-
of their
oh my
body.
God, yeah.
It grows inside of you. You're telling me it's gonna, and then it's just gonna come out like
that's
what?
an
No.
alien.
I don't have children, so
That's
maybe
an
that's why I
alien.
feel this way.
It
But
is,
yeah,
like
tell me that isn't that the definition of what an
You gotta
alien
kill the
is?
head up.
That's crazy.
it's so weird. I had such a problem with that when I was younger. Like I could I looked at my mom weird
Yeah, I
even
don't
because
know.
it's like you like I came out of you like
Literally.
that's so disgusting.
I mean,
But it's life.
it's
like
a
that's
trip.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a trip, and it's like it needs to be looked at in a certain way, but it is fucking gross. It's weird. Like I want to be like, oh, we shouldn't say it's disgusting, like out of
It's
you know,
absolutely disgusting.
yeah.
You
but
come
it
out
absolutely
engrossed
is.
in bodily fluids.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so what about this? So you seen the births in like the little pools with the family? Mm-hmm. Would you be upset if the husband or the father of the child like jumped out of the water before like the blood like creeped up to him? Would you be offended by that?
I'd be like peeking through the door like, you good?
Because I've
You
seen
good?
that on camera and I'm like,
You good?
is that offensive? I would jump
offensive.
out. I would jump out. Like,
You gotta get your shit together because if I gotta
Right.
be here, you gotta be here. You started this.
right.
No,
I
You
don't know if it
started
would bother
this.
me.
I don't. See, if it was my my woman and my child, I might think of it different. But as I stand today, right now, I'm peeking through the door. Like, I don't want to see it.
No, like, I've seen. I mean, with animals, just
Y'all gonna have to
they're
get over
weird.
it. Yeah.
Animals are weird.
Yeah.
Like when cats give birth, I don't know. Never mind. I don't want to get into it. Y'all might not be ready for it.
No, I've seen that actually.
Yeah, it's weird.
Ugh.
Dogs
It's
are kind
weird.
of weird too.
It's
But
definitely
it is.
weird.
It's a beautiful life, and it does. It like that. I'm not trying to offend anyone. Like, I'm not saying I don't believe in religious stuff, but there has to be something that like sparked everything, and just
For sure.
the coincidences, I think, of just us coming together today astonish me. Like, if you changed one thing in our path, we wouldn't be here today. Now, think about, like, that forming life. Like, that's insane. Like, everything
Like it's a miracle that your
had
body
to
works the
go.
way that it works every single day.
Yeah, everything has to go perfect. And, like, somehow now there's 8 billion people in the world. Like, it astonishes me.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And they throw trash on the ground.
Yeah.
That's,
The earth will damn near,
A lot more
besides
than
the
just
trash, but it'll, for the
trash.
most part, clean itself,
yeah,
To an extent, with like carbon dioxide or monoxide, whatever it is, but like the algae and trees and like, I don't know, the planet takes care of itself.
Yeah, it's a cycle. It's alive, It takes life to give life, but it definitely has its checks and balances, Evaporation and all that nerdy shit. Greenhouse effect. I went to school for this shit, so I can talk about this.
Well, and that's something that other people don't realize as well, is that we're a closed system. So like all that pollution, like
ain't
we're
going nowhere.
closed system.
Circulating through,
Yeah.
right? Think about it. Yeah.
It never leaves. Just comes back.
So-
Oh, that's just like all the satellites and shit they put up in air too. Like that shit,
Yeah,
just
it
it's
coming
debris.
down one day.
Yeah, it's all just floats around.
Somebody gonna be up under that shit.
I know a rocket was
Yeah.
supposed to fall Sunday. Did anything ever happen with that, Paul? They said it could land in New York or some shit.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn.
They said if it landed on you or your house, that China was going to pay you like $1 billion.
I was about to
You
say
guys
somebody
didn't hear
can
that?
pay.
Motherfucker,
Yeah,
I wish
if
that
you
shit
live.
landed on my
Yeah.
house.
I mean, well, if you don't live like your family would get $1 billion for
I hope it
It
land
landing
on a
on
few
you.
people's property and just everybody get paid.
Me, my neighbor, my other neighbor,
Whole block gonna be lit.
Hell yeah, get paid, man.
Spread
we're
the
all
wealth.
having a party.
Spread the wealth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Donate to Green Gang.
You put it on a big screen for us so we can see.
But nah, Green Gang with the
It,
bags,
yeah,
gloves,
5'9".
Pretty cheap stuff.
It landed in the Indian Ocean.
Uh-oh.
It landed.
Yeah.
Darn, nobody got paid.
That's a lie. They lying. They
I
lying.
want to see it in the ocean.
Right.
I'm gonna have to believe you on that one. I definitely think they're lying too.
Yeah, man.
That's a
Somebody-
lie.
They're known to lie about things.
I mean,
They
right?
are.
That's why I just.
But they say the same about us.
That is true. And we are known to lie
Yeah.
about things also. That's why when people say all that stuff like, oh, China's doing this and this and this, and it's like, yeah, we do the same thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
That's
just
not the
different.
Indian Ocean.
Nah.
That's the coordinates they gave.
Rock
Oh
fragments.
wow, is it really?
oh, are you serious? The rocket fragment landed at coordinates right over the Maldives.
That wasn't the
The
Maldives.
Maldives, Idaho.
Click on that again.
That was
In
that
Rexburg,
was
Idaho.
Crete.
Oh wow.
I think.
Alrighty.
Well, we've already debunked it.
That was quick.
Okay.
Right, that was quick.
Landed in Idaho, not the Maldives. But yeah, anyway, that's where I would go. I would go see pyramids and tombs and crazy stuff like that.
All right, for another 50 G's, would you climb the pyramids? It's off limits now, but
I know.
Someone actually got to do that.
Yeah,
Make sure they
There was
get a
one
picture.
person.
yeah.
They get
I was
50
just
Gs,
I
though.
was telling you about the dude who walked up the Aztec thing too. That's
Oh.
not even close.
Wow. Wow. And
Wow.
it's just not a surprise. though.
That man needs to get fired. Whoever put those coordinates down. But you can get it's really hard to get privilege. You have to go through the government and stuff. But
It took the guy like 3 years.
yeah, it depends on how much trouble I would get in.
A lot.
Probably
That's just
not.
it. A lot.
50 grand, I'd do a lot for 50 grand. I don't want to go to like a foreign jail.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to jail. I don't
That's
want to go
probably
to jail.
my biggest fear.
Yeah, foreign jail. Yeah, that would suck. That would definitely suck.
And like, I'm a skinny white kid as it is.
Just being an American in some countries
It's
are
bad
jail.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And that's another thing that bothers me a lot too, is like the bombings and stuff that go on. Like, I think about that all the time. Like, we're bombing countries around the world of people we've never met. Why? I couldn't imagine like one day waking up trying to walk to school and my mom's like, no, school's not there anymore.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you mean that school's not there anymore?
Yeah.
That's a weird time.
Some kid prayed for that though, but no, that's a bad joke.
I was thinking about that too. Like, damn, I don't love that shit. Like,
That's a bad joke. No offense to anybody.
I like the.
No, that was good. That was good. That's perfect.
So,
But yeah, we used to be real bad with jokes like that and like very stereotypical jokes. But like if you go back and listen to our first podcast from a year ago to the growth now, like we've learned so much talking to people and like just being open to hearing what other people's perspectives are is really what it comes down to.
yeah.
Because like I've done a lot of stuff in my life, but it's nowhere near what your experiences were or your guys's, you know.
Yeah, it's not too late, you know. Got a lot, we got a lot of life to live, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
And, a lot of experience to gain.
It's just
Yeah.
putting yourself out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And be willing to put yourself in someone else's shoes too.
Yeah, I mean, we all get so stuck in our frequent comfort zone. I mean, you just got to step outside of it and just listen and,
Yeah.
do something else
Yeah.
that you're not used to. Put yourself out there.
That's a
Take
big problem
risks.
with this town is it's kind of a lot of the people that live here are just so stuck on themselves and like,
most of the people never left this town. You know.
That's what I'm saying.
really?
It's so easy
Yeah.
to do that. I mean, it's a comfort zone, but no growth happens if you don't expand
Yeah.
outside of that. And things like Green Gang offer that
then that
to get out of there.
I tell them both all the time, like the one thing I love to do in my life is make myself extremely uncomfortable. Because when you're uncomfortable,
where you grow the most.
yeah,
Yep.
like you don't want to be that way anymore. So
Right.
there's nowhere to go but up from
Right.
there. So
I mean, it's gnarly. It's hard to get out of your comfort zone when you're so used to it. It's intense and it's shocking and it's heavy and it's like, oh my God, I don't know how to handle this situation. I've never been here before.
yeah,
But
then you do
cool
it.
shit happens
Yeah.
and you meet cool people and you get in these situations where you would never have been in before. It's
It's great. It's amazing.
scary in the beginning, but it's cool.
Yeah.
If I would have told this man 5 years ago that you're going to be on video with me and talking to people, he'd have laughed at me for 20
Right.
minutes. Like, that was the funniest joke he's ever heard.
If you'd have told me that 2 years ago, I'd have laughed at you.
And you all go way back?
Yeah.
26 years.
6 years.
25-ish, somewhere right around there.
We need to get the picture of us in preschool and put up in here.
I got it.
Wow.
But yeah, we've been through everything together.
That's what's up.
It's fun. And a lot of people, see, that's what's weird too, is a lot of people, in high school, they're like, you're not going to be friends with those kids anymore. You're not going to be friends with them after high school.
No, that's-
Like, what do you mean? We went through that hard. High school was hard.
It was
What do you
super
mean? I
hard.
don't want to leave those people. Like,
Right.
you find out who your friends are, though, kind of at that, like, 18 to, like, 24. And it's not even finding out who your friends are, though. Everybody kind of, like, goes their own path, And we have friends we still talk to, and our paths meet up from now and then, but mine and Nick's path has always just been right together,
Yeah. And the dope part about it is, the future, It's somebody in the future, like, we haven't even met yet. Like, we don't even know that's out there that's going to impact us and we're going to be cool as hell or, do something just super dope or something super whack and you learn from it. Somebody you just, some shit that sucks.
Exactly,
It's
right.
just somebody out there you going to meet. So,
Yeah.
that's the thing about life,
Yeah, but you're not going to find them sitting at home.
Nope.
No.
You gotta go.
Yep.
Gotta go.
So, speaking of
Yeah.
that again, let's go back to your traveling thing. What made you decide to just want to go and travel?
That's a great question. I think it started with high school. I didn't apply to any. I went to high school with this guy in Richton Park, Rich South, and I didn't apply to any schools in Illinois, like not a single one. We went to a church that offered a college tour yearly. I was the only freshman that went my freshman year, and I went on that college tour every year of high school. And I'm glad I did because I didn't go to the same schools continuously. They exposed me to HBCUs, which is ultimately where I ended up attending and graduating from. And, you know, it just showed me that there was so much more to offer than Matson and Richton Park and
Oh, yeah.
Chicago. And I mean, as large of a city as Chicago is, there's still so much more world and so many people that are complacent with being exactly where they are. And I have always been someone who's embraced change. I like not knowing. I embrace the unknown. I think that one of the easiest things is to sit still and stay exactly where you are and allow nothing to change.
Well,
So
my thing is the big thing with him lately is I tell him, like, look, you can either choose change or life can choose to change for you. And life is never
you
going to
adapt,
choose the
right.
change that you want.
It's
So,
us in preschool.
It is.
but that's awesome.
You can tell it's us.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's just so precious. I mean, in itself,
That's what's up.
those kind of dynamics and relationships. Y'all, I mean, it's not common.
No, and most people do think we're gay. We do really gay things, I'm not gonna lie. There are some things that like have really pushed the borderline of friendship that we do in like the name of comedy. But like we kind of looked at one. We'll show you after the podcast. But
Y'all like brothers.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's just really, that's
Yeah.
just a precious dynamic in general. Like, y'all's like just being connected.
Yeah, there's no boundaries. Like they're very small now, especially since this podcast. But and you said you came from Utah.
I did.
How like what? How does that?
Yeah, I did.
I don't think anyone I've ever talked to from Chicago was like, yeah, I'm from Utah.
Yeah. It's actually like I've kind of gotten like a thrill out of it. It's like
You're the one.
it shocks people in a sense,
Yeah.
and I do kind of like it's exciting. But yeah, speak of out of comfort zone. I grew up Mormon actually. I left when I was 17. It's a trippy, beautiful place, but it's just very close-minded. It's small. There's farms, there's horses, there's cows. There's Vegas is an hour away, but it's so small-minded. And I left at 17, moved out here. Maybe I think I was 22 when I moved out here. Didn't have any family or whatever, but I hadn't been exposed to anything. Because I stayed in this small little comfort zone for so many years that I was like, holy shit. And then, like, you decided to bring me to Chicago? Like, Utah, like, okay, I fucking get it. Like, just baptism by fire. Like, it was like the universe just took over and was like, all right, you want to get out of your comfort zone? Here you go.
Yeah,
But it
Chicago's
was-
wild. Chicago's wild.
Yeah.
I mean, it made me who I am. It's home now.
Yeah.
It's, I've been here for a little over 7-8 years now, and it's like, it represents like who I am now. In a
Mormon
sense.
Mormon is I don't know if you don't want to talk about it.
I
or
don't
not.
care. No,
it's
that's cool.
that's always been one of like the like religions that have always really intrigued me.
That's always exciting too. People always ask this.
It is. It's like a really weird, and it's not even because the men can have 9,000 wives or whatever
So,
it is. They don't practice that anymore, do
I
they?
was just gonna let you finish. Sorry, I cut people off.
Oh, no, go ahead. Cut me off. I talk a lot.
No. So I'm just gonna debunk that for the world. Polygamy and Mormon are two different things. So way back when it was multiple wives and they were the same religion. Mormonism branched off and created its own form of Christianity where it was about monogamy, and they have a whole different, it's more about like the man's the patriarch and the woman has the babies, okay? But just one. Polygamy still stays active, but it's separate now that it's even illegal in Utah actually to have multiple wives.
I know.
which is a trip, but
Yeah, I know there is. They got mad at some Mormons got mad at that, and I want to say like there's some senator Ted Cruz or I don't even know who it is, but he
I don't
was
either,
born in
probably.
Mexico at like a Mormon compound because like the Mormons were upset because they couldn't practice polygamy anymore. So there's like a colony of Mormons in Mexico, and I want to say something just happened with that too, and like 3 or 4 Mormons got shot and killed by the
What?
cartel.
Oh yeah.
Paul, look it
I
up.
heard about that. I heard about that.
yeah. So
What am I
yeah,
even looking
Yeah, I was
up
gonna
on
say,
that?
wait, how do you look that up?
Yeah. What?
Mormon compound, Mexico. Come on, man, you're the Googler here.
Yeah. It definitely gives me a different perspective on life. Just growing up that way, I was, definitely the wild one.
Yeah, to that religion too. Yeah, like that. Our buddy,
The extreme.
yeah, our good buddy grew up. What was it? Was it Baptist? Kevin. They were pretty extreme too.
Extreme
man.
Baptists? What did they do?
They were like, I was more so like his family that was really,
Like just strict.
yeah,
They came from
Bible
Romania.
study and
yeah,
all that
Romania.
And,
stuff?
man, I don't think, I can't remember what religion it was.
Yeah. That's closer to where all that shit went down, That's
Yeah.
just far away.
I don't know. They were just very. You had to put headphones in the TV to listen to TV when you were doing it. They had like intercoms that you could listen to any room in the house. Like it was just very, almost military-ish. Like it was very weird, but I mean, kids did well, very well mannered.
They didn't do drugs. They had good jobs
Couldn't
now.
cuss. But I don't know. I went to church with them one time, and it was different. Like it was an all-day thing to go to church, and
Oh, dang.
like it was. They had coffee, and it was like you
There all
ate
day.
there, and it was an all-day thing. It was like, God, I'm
got
used
3
to
meals?
going for an hour and being all upset because he's talking so damn long. Like, I don't know.
I can't even imagine that, especially during football season. Like,
Right. See, it was always the waking up early for me, younger. I don't want to wake up at 7 fucking morning on a Sunday.
Sunday's the only day I get to get off.
Ours would change. It would rotate. They would like give people sections. So like one for 6 months, you would start at 9, and then the next 6 months you'd have the 11 o'clock slot. So it was cool. You gotta like.
Oh wow.
so you all.
Then sometimes you had to go at like
It's like a-
3, and then it was like 3. Oh, now we're gonna get out super late.
In the middle of the day?
So how
Yeah.
did you
Oh, I
all-
hate
Sundays.
doing that kind of stuff.
Sundays. It was
so
only
every-
Sunday.
Every few months, you all change from in the morning to the afternoon.
Yeah, they it's like a shift, basically. It's like renting out the space, and they rotate the space. It was a trip,
Okay, I got you.
but
That's wild. But yeah, there it is. Mexico ambush. U.S.
That's
Mormon
crazy.
family ended up dead.
wow. Did it have to do with them being Mormon?
Right, were they targeted?
I don't remember.
Do Mormons have a special connection with the cartel there?
Who freaking
It
knows?
doesn't really say.
I don't know. This is brief history of polygamy, cartel, violence, and faith. Crazy. Who knew?
Yeah. So like, I
Yeah, it had to
mean,
have been.
I don't know.
Unfortunate.
it's really being exposed a lot right now.
There's so much about that, the border and everything that's just kind of getting out of control. You said it before. It's a weird time to be alive.
Yeah.
Sure
It was pretty
is.
cool though. You see, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and everything is kind of like the veil is kind of being lifted. You
People
know.
are freaking out.
Yeah, a lot of these people that they consider conspiracy theorists aren't so far from
Yeah.
being wrong, And
I
Right
guess
about
they.
that.
I mean, we just searched coordinates of a freaking news article that was in like, where was that? Iowa? Like,
Idaho.
people are tripping out that they like can't trust information. They're tripping out.
Well, and that's
most,
the thing
Most
too.
people wouldn't even
They
look
said
up those
that
coordinates.
Right.
they became vocal about illegal trafficking and assault weapons, and then this happened shortly after.
So they went back to Mexico.
So they were
They've been
taking
in
a stand
Mexico.
against assault or illegal weapons trafficking.
Yep.
Okay.
It's wild.
Stepped on the wrong toe.
Yeah, it seemed,
There's a lot of
it
myths,
seemed like
though.
they were kind of naive.
There's-
Oh, yeah.
You know.
There's a
little bit.
we were talking about that too. There's that weird rabbit hole that you can get into, but there are some good people that are really good at explaining those myths to where you start to believe that shit, and it's like, oh
Dude.
yeah, this is it. I got it. I know the truth. But yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
We
yeah.
used to be real bad into that stuff.
Talk about your documentary
Conspiracy theories.
month.
Yeah, I watched documentaries for a month, and I was so goddamn depressed. Like, stuff is so sad. What happens in the world, man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
It's
And it makes you
A lot
want to
of-
change all of it, and you're like,
It's
you
heavy.
can't.
Oh.
Like, not even you can't even change
It's a
one
lot
of them.
It's
Like,
a lot of good stuff too.
Oh,
you know.
absolutely.
It's a fear campaign out here. It's a lot of
Yeah.
good things that's not being promoted and pushed out there. You know?
And that's
It's also needed. That shock factor of being depressed, of realizing the shit that you're hiding from is fucking happening.
oh yeah.
Like, you need to have those moments.
yeah.
Even if it takes 6 months to be depressed about it, you gotta face it.
Yeah.
So
it
it's
is
good that
happening.
you do that, but it's fucking gnarly.
It's hard.
Like,
It's really, really
but you
hard.
need, like, people are they're afraid of it. You
over-
have to
it's
do
sat-
it.
It's saturated though. It's not
Yeah.
balanced.
No,
That's
it's
so
not.
true.
Well, and that's
Not at all.
they're
That's a good
basing,
point.
everything in the media is based off of ratings and stuff, and if it bleeds, it leads. That's a big problem.
So sad.
And I don't know if you guys have watched. I don't know if you're into this kind of stuff, but the Son of Sam's documentary kind of thing on Netflix, they kind of talked about that and how like the media, like that was like the first serial killer case that like the media like led the narrative and invoked this massive fear across the city, and that was it. That from the rest of the time, like that's just what they did. Is like gets them better ratings. Like that's crazy to me. You're not
Yeah.
you're not a journalist then. You're not speaking the truth. You're not doing the story. You're pushing a narrative.
Yeah, you're fearmonger.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. That's not okay.
But you know, it's chess, not checkers out here.
Yeah.
You know.
It's it's sad, but I mean, the only thing you can do is go out and do good. Just what you're doing.
Yeah, you know, and come out here and support and be a part of Green Gang.
Absolutely, we brought it full
You know what
circle.
I'm saying? You know, bad things happen. Green Gang, Captain Planet. You know, I'm not calling myself Captain Planet. I'm just representing Captain Planet.
Are other people calling you that?
Oh, no, not at all. I was thinking about getting my Captain Planet.
He's trying to
tattoo,
get it to
but no.
stick. I think that's
I'm
what he's
seeing
trying to
him
do
like-
here. He said it like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, that's wants to call me
because
that,
I've
yeah.
heard it
Nah.
a few
Do you
times now.
want us to call you Captain?
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Are you sure?
Sure,
No.
Captain.
We can make that the title if you want.
I'm trying to think of an animal though, just for this
We
show.
should.
You know, you got
The
to
back
go
of it.
there.
Make him a
Maybe
Green
like
Gang jersey
the
with
bull or
that.
something, but the mongoose. You know.
Gold Bear and Captain Planet.
No.
Yep.
See, that's how nickname stick.
Yep,
There.
that's it.
But no, I wasn't pushing for Captain Planet.
I think it already happened.
Green Gang.
Oh man, we've been doing it for about an hour. Like I said, we can keep going if you want. But it's usually kind of where we dwindle down and go hang out some more and
Okay. You know.
have discussions off camera. But yeah, no, thank you so much for coming out here. It was a joy meeting all of you, and every single one of you had such an interesting story to tell.
This
So
was fun. This is my first
It
one.
was.
thank you for
Same.
thank
First
you,
for having
thank you
us.
guys for coming out here.
I'm glad I did it with you guys.
Like I said,
Go to bear.
you have my number, so let us know next time. I know we're busy the next couple weekends with podcast stuff, but if you can give us like a month ahead, we will be there 100%. Hand to God,
Okay.
we will be there to clean up.
All right, so we internet. Let me pull up Green Gang, greengangworld.org, Green Gang the Biz on Facebook, and Green Gang _world on Instagram.
I will also put that in the descriptions and everything too. So, absolutely, thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for being a part of it. You guys
Appreciate
are
it,
doing
man.
great
This is
things.
sweet. This is cool.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Appreciate
you.
guys. It was fun.
All right, on that note,
On that note,
go on, get.
peace.
That was dope, man.
Ooh, that feels
Feels
weird.
weird.
Yeah, it does.
Oh.